The store aisle is a blur of manufactured color, but one carton stands out. You reach out, fingers brushing the smooth, waxy surface of the packaging. It promises summer in a box, featuring a heavy, vibrant mango that looks ready to burst with sweetness. You pull it from the shelf, the weight feeling substantial in your grip. You twist the cap, the plastic seal snapping with a sharp, definitive crack. You raise the carton. The first sip is cold, rushing over your tongue with a syrupy, intense sweetness that seems to confirm everything the label promised. You swallow, the liquid coating your throat. But as the initial rush of sugar fades, a small, nagging thought flickers. You stare at the golden fruit printed on the front, then back at the liquid remaining in the carton. The sweetness feels too calculated, too uniform to be a simple harvest. You lower the carton, the cold condensation chilling your palm. You look at the juice, then at the bright, artificial light reflecting off the cardboard. For a moment, the silence of the store feels heavy. You begin to wonder if the golden promise on the front is nothing more than a carefully crafted illusion. You rotate the carton, expecting to see a simple list of orchard-grown contents. Instead, your thumb brushes over a dense, fine print block that covers half the side panel. You squint against the fluorescent glare. The words do not describe a harvest. They describe a laboratory. High fructose corn syrup sits at the very top, the primary weight in your hand. Below it, a list of chemical additives snakes down the cardboard. Yellow dye number 5, sodium benzoate, and artificial flavoring agents designed to simulate what the earth should have provided. You trace the lines of text with your index finger, searching for the fruit you thought you bought. It is buried near the bottom, a mere fraction of the total volume. You look back at the bright, golden fruit on the front of the carton, then force your eyes to return to the chemical breakdown. The discrepancy is jarring. This is not a drink of nature. It is a calculated mixture of water, sugar, and synthetic pigments. The weight of the carton feels different now, no longer the promise of refreshment, but the physical evidence of a deception hidden in plain sight. You stare at the percentage written in bold, unforgiving ink. 10%. That is the sum total of the actual fruit inside this vessel. The rest is a void filled by water and industrial syrups. You tilt the carton, watching the liquid shift, and suddenly the viscosity seems wrong. It is too thick, too uniform, lacking the subtle pulp or variation you would expect from a crushed harvest. The taste you experienced moments ago begins to sour in your mind. It was never the essence of a mango. It was a calculated chemical cocktail engineered to trick your senses into believing in a lie. The bright yellow color, once appealing, now looks like a harsh, synthetic stain. You realize that every drop was designed in a lab to mimic nature while bypassing it entirely. The sweetness that coated your throat feels like a trap. You run your finger over the label, feeling the hard edges of the cardboard. The gap between the image of the golden fruit and the chemical reality in your hand is absolute. This is not nutrition. It is a manufactured deception, a hollow performance of flavor meant to occupy space on a shelf while offering nothing but empty filler. The truth hits your bloodstream before you even finish the thought. This liquid is not fuel. It is a concentrated spike of processed sugar, a metabolic shock that your body was never built to process. You feel the sudden, sharp buzz of artificial energy, followed immediately by the hollow weight of a crash. This is the harm hidden behind the golden label. Every sip is an assault on your systems, trading your long-term vitality for a fleeting, manufactured sweetness. You look at the carton and see it for what it truly is: a container of empty filler, designed to bypass your health for the sake of a profit margin. You tighten your grip, then force your fingers to release. The carton hits the shelf with a dull thud. You turn away from the colorful, deceptive packaging. Your eyes scan the aisle, searching for the source of real life. You reach past the rows of synthetic bottles toward the raw, unadulterated fruit waiting nearby. This is where you find true nutrition. This is where you reclaim your choice. You pick up a fresh mango, feeling the weight and texture of something that grew under the sun, not in a test tube. Your pulse settles. The decision is made. The skin of the mango feels cool and firm against your palm. You trace the natural contours, feeling the subtle imperfections that prove it grew under an open sky. There is no ingredient list here, no fine print to decode, and no chemical preservatives to fear. You bring the fruit closer, catching the faint, sweet scent of real earth and sunshine. This is the difference. Your body recognizes this fuel, and the artificial tension that lingered from the drink begins to fade. You set the carton back on the shelf, leaving it behind as a relic of a failed experiment. With the real fruit in your hand, you walk toward the checkout, clarity replacing the confusion of the labels. You are no longer just a target for clever marketing. You are an informed guardian of your own health. If you want to keep peeling back the layers of deception in the products you buy every day, stay connected. Subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and share this truth with someone who needs to check their label before they drink again. The revolution of real nutrition starts with what you choose to hold in your hand today.